Well, hello everybody. Welcome to our coffee chat. That is not a coffee chat, but indeed a tea chat. Because it's too late to have coffee.
Right.
When I feel like it's never too late to have coffee, but I'm trying to get better at going to bed.
Yes.
New Year's resolutions. I mean, you guys know.
Yes. Getting a better morning routine,
Yeah.
which involves your night routine, and that's not having coffee after we put the kids to bed.
Yeah. And you're actually even drinking calm. So it's not even tea. It's just like getting you ready for bed. So you're like already in that zone. I'm still realizing that we have to edit this video. So I have caffeine still in this guy. So.
A little bit, yeah.
So yeah, a little bit. It's not as much as coffee, so we're good. Anyway, welcome to our tea chat. So we thought because it's New Year's that it would be fun to hear from you guys. And so we went on Instagram yesterday, and we asked, just saying, hey, do you guys have any questions for us? And you guys definitely did. So much so that we're not going to be able to get through all of them, but we'll get through some of them. And this is something we want to do more on our channel this year, is these coffee chats, which are, I guess right now we're calling them tea chats. But it seems like you guys have been enjoying these, and we really enjoy them as well. So let's go ahead and start it off with one of the questions.
Can I interrupt the questions?
Yes, you may.
So before we get into the questions, I feel like part of these like coffee/tea chats, like we kind of like to just like talk and like give updates. So one cool thing, we just got back in town. We were gone over the weekend for our youth winter camp. So there's that. But we got back that. And then I went back to work today, just teachers, just like prepping. And then I start school on Tuesday, which is today. But Justin went and got some mail today, and we got some Christmas cards from you guys, because we haven't been able to check because we were out of town too. So that was really cool. Lana was like really excited, and he opened them with me, and we were going through them. So thank you guys.
Yeah, it means so much to us, and that kind of inspired the whole like, let's start this new year off with you guys, you know, and just like, I don't know, it means so much to us with this community, and just getting cards and being on your Christmas card list is fantastic. Yeah. It makes us so happy. Yeah,
it was really cool, and it was just cool to see more faces, and then just like updates, because a couple of you guys wrote some notes on there, so that was really, really cool. And Landon was like so excited. He's like, can I open them? I was like, sure, which was really dangerous, because when he opens mail, sometimes it's like shredding of envelopes and the card, but he didn't ruin the card, so that was cool.
And I changed our bedroom around.
Yes.
It's like the, I was going to say annual, but it's actually like biannual, it seems like. Yeah. Like
well, I feel
twice
like
a year. We haven't done that for a while.
We haven't. Because usually every January, we rearrange our whole living room. I feel like that always happens.
It seems like
it's really weird.
But we just did our living room.
Right.
And that's honestly, it's kind of a built-in now. It's kind of there to stay. So no more, well, here and there we'll tweak some things. But our room, we haven't moved our bed for a long time, because I promised you I would never do it again. But then I had another idea, and she actually likes it. It's looking really good. Yeah. So we'll give you an update there later when it's done.
Well,
but
that's a little update.
So let's answer some questions.
Okay.
The first question is, what would you do if the world ever stopped making coffee? You know, what's funny is there actually is a lot of coffee questions in this.
Is there?
Yeah.
Do you guys just think we just like, do we talk about coffee way too much? I think we might.
That's a good question. Let us know. Because there's a lot of coffee questions in here.
If somebody asks somebody a question like that, it's like, it's basically like, you guys talk about this way too much. Like, could you live without it? Because we act like we couldn't live without it, obviously.
I honestly, though, I don't know how to answer this question. If the world was out of coffee, or stop making it.
Ever stop making it?
I would just make it.
I was gonna say, you'd probably figure out a way to make it.
I'd figure out a way. Like, if the world stopped, I'm like, then I'll start. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's my answer.
Okay.
Like, there's just no way I would live life without. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
But I would find a way to make it.
Right.
That's my answer.
Good
because I need coffee. Next question. Next Disney vacay in the works? ? Yes, there is a next Disney vacay in the works. We actually talked about it in our last video of like our goal setting and also travel plans.
Yeah.
But we're going to Disneyland in March. Whoop, whoop. So we'll link that video below. Has more information there. We will be putting out a video soon of just kind of more of the deets.
Right.
The deets.
Like our plan. and the planning process and where we're staying, all of that.
All that jazz. But yeah, it's Disneyland. Looking forward to the Avengers campus in DCA, and it's gonna be great.
And we're driving.
Yeah, it's gonna be a road trip this time, not flying.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do this.
Flying.
Not flying. Road trip. So we're excited because we feel like the boys need to experience a solid road trip at this age. You know what I mean?
That'll be good.
It'll be really good.
All right. Favorite Girl Scout cookie?
This is a great question. Have I ever told you about like Girl Scout cookies? Like I cannot pass by a girl selling Girl Scout cookies.
Are you saying, have I ever told you as in me or as in them?
As in them.
Okay, yeah, because I know that for sure.
Like it isn't, it's honestly, I think it's impossible for me. Like I will even go somewhere to pull out cash if they only take cash and come back.
It's true.
Like they suck me in with their eyes. They're just like, hey.
And if they come to our door, it's even more dangerous because they'll buy like
I'll buy so many of them. But they're like, hey, mister, you want some cookies? I'm like, how many do you have? Because I'll buy the whole thing right now.
Okay, what's your favorite?
Oh, goodness. Thin Mints when they're frozen.
I was going to say Thin Mints for me.
And...
Is it Samoas? Is that how you say it?
Samoas? Samoa's really good as well.
Yeah.
But the Samoa's the ones that have coconut in it?
I think so.
I don't care for Samoa's actually.
Okay.
I think it's honestly Thin Mints are my jam. What other Girl Scouts? Let's look this up. We gotta figure this out.
I'm like drawing a blank.
That's the other one. Is Tagalongs is my favorite.
Right.
That and Thin Mints.
And the
but
other
the Samoas I don't like because I don't really care for coconut in cookies.
Yeah. Another one I realize I like is the Lemon Ups. I like things with lemon.
Yeah.
So.
Man, when is Girl Scout cookie season?
When is that season?
I don't know. Like I just know they're there at Fred Meyer and I buy a ton of boxes.
I feel like, is it warmer weather time? I don't know.
Let us know if you know this because that would be helpful because we got to gear up, get ready for this. Yeah. Okay, next question is how many kids do you want? 3. 3's a number we've talked about.
Yeah. Like I was asking you, like, is that okay? Are you sure? 3, 4.
It's like Hunger Games. The odds are in your favor.
Yeah.
Probably get like copyright strike for that. Cause that was on. I spilled the tea again, guys. This is the second time I've spilled tea in these tea chats.
You would think like our carpet would be ruined because we have 2 boys under the age of 6, but it's because of you.
No, but I think one of you guys said like you spilled the tea. Remember when I spilled the tea last time? I felt it was a missed opportunity. I didn't say it last time, so this time I spilled the tea.
Yeah.
Goodness, I think someone else.
You spilled coffee before too.
Yeah, I think there was another comment that said, do you have like a coffee or a carpet cleaner guy or something, or
we need to get
yeah, or something. I can't remember what the comment was, but like anyway, spilled tea all over my pants.
Oh my gosh.
And the couch and the floor.
So yes, we'd like to have 3 children if we can afford to keep our carpets clean with you.
I think we might have to just rip it all out. Okay, what Disneyland hotel do you recommend to be the best and why?
Oh, Disneyland
hotel?
So when we did our trip, we stayed at the Paradise Pier one, which, starters, Disneyland, they only have 3 resorts, so it's not
Disney
a lot.
Resorts,
a lot to choose from. They're good neighbor hotels. I mean, you can really find some good ones, but you can also really get some bad ones. We've had both experiences there as well.
Yeah.
But Paradise Pier was nice. I mean, it was our first time staying at a resort together, so we were like living life large, but it definitely needs a remodel.
We did the concierge level too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And it was really cool because of all the food and stuff, but just the hotel
vibe.
I don't know if I would stay there again. Yeah. I know I won't stay there again until they revamp, and I feel like they will. I mean, there's a lot of rumors and stuff like that, but
they need to do it all Pixar themed. It would be so cool.
There is touches of Pixar in the hotel, like almost thinking that it's going to be revamped in that.
Yeah, because Paradise Pier, it's just not, it doesn't feel like they've got like the Fab Five of Disney around the hotel, and they're all like, it's like beachy themed, but it's like, it would be super cool now with Pixar Pier, and it's literally like looking over Pixar Pier and California Adventure right there. It needs to have that theme. It would be so cool.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
But anyways, to answer your question, we've never stayed at the Disneyland
It'd be cool
hotel.
if they made it into like an Avengers tower. You know what I mean? Like that'd be pretty cool. It's
too.
just like looks like the movies and everything.
That would be
pretty cool
especially
too.
because the campus too,
I
right
don't
there.
know.
And then the Grand, I stayed at with my family a long time ago, but he's never stayed there. And I mean, that's the most expensive one, but I'd say you're in the park, hands down. If money's not an option, that's the best one. But book it through Costco, and we've had a video about that too, because you can do the Good Neighbor hotels through Costco. And
We actually have a video of the differences between the Good Neighbor and the resort as well. But I would say if we had to choose, it would either be the Grand or the Disneyland hotel. Like those, I think you can't go wrong on those two hotels.
Yeah. And again, we've never stayed at the Disneyland hotel.
We've toured the Disneyland hotel,
Yeah.
but we can't say for sure just because we haven't stayed in there. But
the closer to the park, the better.
that's how we look at
Because
it.
you lose so much time with commuting, and honestly, like even though some of those like Good Neighbor hotels do have like trams, it takes a while, and I mean you
Honestly,
can walk.
and that's
but-
not saying that we would never stay in a Good Neighbor hotel
No.
again. Like
Yeah.
we totally will.
Yeah.
And I think it just depends on what you want to do and how you want to do Disney.
Right.
I would say if you wanted just the legitimate like 100% Disney experience and stay in the Disney bubble for your whole vacation, then you're gonna want to stay on campus. You're gonna want to stay in a resort.
Right. We could talk about this forever.
Oh, totally.
But
Watch the video.
watch
We'll
those
link them below.
videos. Yeah. How did you two meet? We actually
met
have
in
a
high-
video on this too.
We do have
right?
a video. We'll link that one as well.
What's that one called?
How we met, I think,
Or yeah.
or our love. I
Our
don't
love
know.
story or something.
Taylor
I
Swift?
think that's what it is. Love story. Our love story, something like that. We'll link that one as well.
Yeah.
But to take that 20-minute video and shorten it, we met in high school.
But we didn't like each other in high school.
Not like we weren't a couple.
At first, I thought she was annoying. She thought I was annoying.
Yeah.
And then we
We're
became
friends.
friends. And then like after high school, we decided to be like, hey, what's up? Watch the video. All right. Describe your perfect pizza crust, sauce, and toppings.
Oh my gosh.
Oh goodness.
So we just got pizza when we got back from camp. It's kind of like a tradition. And I was thinking about it. Everything about this pizza place I love. Like the crust, the sauce, everything. And that's a place called Idaho Pizza Company. So it's a local place. But they just have like, I love it because their crust, it's not like pizza and then it's like stop crust. It like morphs into the crust. Like it's just like one piece. You know what I mean? A little bit with their pizza.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it because I don't like pizzas that it's like, it cuts off and then the crust and you're just like, it's not good crust.
Oh, you mean the toppings kind of go up to the crust?
Yeah,
Ish.
like the cheese and everything.
Yeah, it
goes
actually
up
it does
there.
kind of do that, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
And I
yeah.
love their red sauce. Like their red sauce.
Yeah, their
is
marinara
the
sauce
best.
is really good.
Like I just like
It
we'll
really
buy
is.
it on the side just to dip. the
Yeah,
pizza in.
I'm honestly like I agree. I think there's obviously other like when we went to Alaska, we went to what was it like Bear Tooth or something or Moose Tooth or something. I feel like a moose or a bear it was in the name. It's Alaska. But that pizza was like so good. Like the toppings and stuff.
Yeah.
You guys know that we love Casanova
Yes.
as well. We just went there actually last week. We had like a staff dinner there. But I think the thing is for me is all day long I'll just do like a New York style pizza. Like I just like it thin and just big slices. I can just fold. I like to be able to fold my pizza. If I can't fold my pizza, it's fine. I'll eat it. I love pizza.
Yeah.
But like, if I can fold my pizza, then I'm happy. So foldable pizza.
Right. And then toppings.
Toppings.
Mushrooms.
She just does like mushrooms and
Garlic.
olive.
I mean, I just do mushrooms and cheese. I mean, all of I'll do. Like, there's a lot of stuff I'm like, I'll do, but it's like, if I could make my own personal pizza, I would probably just do cheese and mushrooms.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are ones I love.
That's a really hard because I can do any topping. I can do Hawaiian. I can do meat lovers. I can just do the
Right,
weirdest combination. Like for example, like one of our favorite pizzas is at Idaho Pizza. It's called the Hell's Canyon.
Yeah.
It has blue cheese in it, which I hate blue cheese, but I love it in that because it's so tangy. And they have like buffalo chicken like on there and like. I can do all kinds of crazy different combinations of pizza. I can do anchovies on my pizza. I can even do anchovies. I really can. Because it's really salty and I like it. But I don't do it all the time, but I can.
Yeah.
But the thing is I think, honestly, if I can make my own pizza, I would just do pepperoni, New York style.
Really?
Just boom. Just classic.
I love pizza.
I do too. It's so good.
There's a coffee emoji. What coffee have you always wanted to try but haven't yet? And the age you started drinking, coffee emoji. I don't think I started drinking coffee until like my senior year of high school. I mean, like I would drink it, and I know like the frappuccinos are really popular, like the blended drinks. But
like
you
didn't. That vanilla bean with no.
Exactly. But in high school, it
coffee.
wasn't like I was drinking it because I appreciated the coffee taste. It was just because it was like, oh, let's get, you know.
You did it for social
things and like the flavors, you know. It wasn't so much like.
That's how I feel it is with Dutch Bros.
Yeah,
bunch of junior high kids just like, hey, we got coffee. Sorry, if you like Dutch Bros, I'm sorry.
So I would have to say once I got into college.
Dutch Bros is not a coffee shop in my opinion because they don't even have drip coffee. Okay, hate in the comments. Go for it. Give me permission.
So I was probably.
Fight.
So I was probably 18. What about you?
I was a lot earlier than that because I woke up in a house where my parents love coffee. Not only did they love coffee, they love strong coffee. And I actually got my coffee lovingness from my dad and my mom.
Oh.
I think. But my dad I would wake up because he always got up like at 4 in the morning. I would always wake up to like the smell of coffee. And I would actually wake up. I would wake up like at 4:35 in the morning hearing the grinder. I'd go back to bed and I'd wake up smelling the coffee every morning.
I do remember hearing the grinder as a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
And so I think I started more like at, I don't even know if I was allowed to. I think I just like snuck it. It was just there. I don't even know if they knew I was drinking it. But I think it was more like 14 or 15. And I was just going to town with it.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of creamer in those days though.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I started touring in a band where I started appreciating just black coffee because I needed it fast, and I would just go to Starbucks and get 4 shots and just throw it down so we can drive to our next show. Like that was kind of how I started appreciating black and espresso. But what was the other question? Sorry, I can go.
Oh, and then on that
I can talk about pizza and coffee all day long.
I know, right? And Disney.
And Disney.
You guys gave us good topics. Also, I worked at a coffee shop.
Coffee sheep.
Coffee sheep. When I was in college, as I was going to school, that was like my part-time job. So that's probably where I started to appreciate it because I didn't even know like
that's probably true.
how to like, you know, I wasn't.
The barista.
Yeah. So once I learned how to make shots and how to make good ones and just good coffee, I feel like that's probably when I started to appreciate it. So with that. The first part of the question was, what coffee have you always wanted to try but haven't yet?
I don't know. It's hard because I've tried so many different kinds of coffee.
Yeah.
Like, and I know there's coffee out there I haven't tried, but I just can't think of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's probably, I guess more of this is there's probably different ways to brew coffee that I would like to experience. Maybe that's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Because we've been, out of the country and we've had different kinds of coffee and I've tried a lot of different kinds of coffee.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything, but I think there's lots of ways of how to brew, and I think I would like to experience more ways of how to brew your coffee.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Favorite thing about being a YouTuber? I love getting these kind of questions. I really do, and I think it's because it's such a big part of us. Now, and I think that's why I love talking about YouTube. But our favorite thing about being a YouTuber is you guys, is having a community to talk to and to interact with, and to know that if I post on Instagram saying, hey, you guys have any questions, within minutes we're getting a bunch of questions. Like, I think that's our favorite part, and just feeling like we have a family. So
yeah, I know it's interesting because it's like, when people ask you, like, when you first meet somebody, you're like, oh, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do? I'm like, oh, yeah, I like this. And I'm like, we like to blog. Like, it's something we enjoy. So it's like, that's kind of part of, like, when people ask us who we're about, it's like, well, we like to do this.
We're YouTubers, I guess.
We like to vlog. And it's like, it's something we actually really enjoy doing. And that's the part I didn't think, like, this was going to turn into. It's funny
because I feel like I don't identify us as YouTubers still.
Yeah.
I guess I still feel like I'm like, but we are YouTubers. Like, we dedicate a lot of our life to this.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, but it catches me because, people are like, so what do you do? I'm like, well, I like to do this. And I'm like, oh yeah, I like YouTube. I'm like, we vlog. We're YouTubers. Like, and I feel like I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. It is still feel weird. And when I see that question, I was like I don't, like you said, I don't picture ourselves as YouTubers, but it's like
But I guess we are YouTubers.
We've been on here for now.
A few years?
Almost 4 years?
Maybe-ish. 3 years-ish?
So, I think in March is when we started. So,
is that it?
Yeah.
So.
And it still feels like that. It's weird. So
yeah.
We'll see if we ever get used to it.
I don't know. But I do love having just a creative escape, I guess. If that makes sense. Like a creative outlet. Because I do love editing. I do love video. I've always loved that since I was a kid. I remember my dad and I were talking about, and we started making a screenplay for The Birds, Alfred Hitchcock The Birds, but like a newer version of that. And so like I've always had a love for film.
Yeah.
And so being able to do this on a weekly basis is awesome. And it's I mean, it's opened up a lot of avenues for us. We've worked with a lot of really cool people. We've collabed with a lot of cool people.
We've met some of our very best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get emotional talking about it because I honestly am like so glad we started. We picked up the camera, pressed record, and pressed the upload button because our life has changed for the better.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Go to hot drink if coffee is unavailable.
More coffee questions.
Why do people think they like coffee?
Go to hot drink.
Yeah, if coffee's unavailable. Chai or tea? Chai tea.
I would say London Fog is what I would do.
Yeah, we did that the other day at Starbucks.
We did. We went to Starbucks
so
and
good.
we drank London Fog at Starbucks.
Yeah.
But that's what I would do because I don't know. I really do like London Fog.
Just so you know, I feel like people know, but if you don't, it's just Earl Grey tea, but it's not in the hot water, it's in milk. It's so good.
It really is good.
Yeah.
Your favorite part of Hawaii?
We've been talking about Hawaii lately.
We have. We really want to go back soon.
Yes.
For me, it's being outside. And I think when I think of like vacations, there's times you like to enjoy a resort. There's times you like to stay inside, whatever. I feel like with Hawaii, I just want to be outside.
The whole time.
Yeah. Like I don't want to be inside. Like even when I'm inside, we have the windows wide open. We're on the porch. Like you know what I mean? I think that's what I love about Hawaii. It's just being outside all the time. Like even the tropical rain, like everything. I just love being outside.
I love it so
That's my favorite part of Hawaii.
Yeah. And like honestly, we went to we could go to the beach every day, and I'm like
we don't need much.
Yeah, it's just such a simple. It's a simple vacation in that sense, but it is because it's like, I mean, it's cool to like check out different places to eat or different little like markets, but like let's just go to the beach.
Even with the boys, at the end of the day, it's like, you go to these Disney trips and we do all these things to try to entertain and all this kind of stuff, but our boys, like, they could just sit at the beach for hours.
Play for hours.
And don't need to be entertained. They don't need excursions. They don't need anything. They're just content at the beach. Yeah. And we're the same. Like, we love the excursions, we love the boat tours, we love scuba diving, all that kind of stuff. But it's like, take me to Hawaii, throw me on a beach, give me some sushi. Yes. I'm good to go.
Oh.
Good to go.
I want to go now.
I do too. I just want to go. Okay, next question is...
Not really a question, but you two are so patient with your kids. Tips?
Well, I think one thing is like, you guys only see so much from the camera, right?
Yeah, we're not always patient.
We're not always patient. We'll say that right now. It's like, we like to be able to share like the ups and downs of life, but, ultimately, like a lot of it can be like a highlight reel, you know what I mean, as far as vlogging goes. And we don't want it to be like that, and so that's why we do try to share stuff. But for the most part, I think we do okay with our boys.
I mean, it's been a lot of training on both ends. Like, it's not only like, because what we've had to realize as parents is it's like we don't know everything, and they don't, and we're training them. So it's like when they make mistakes all the time, which they will and they are, it's like you're in boot camp still. Like, we're training them to be decent humans. That's all we're trying to do, and know that they're loved by their parents and that we're going to be there for them. But sometimes we lose our cool, and we'll tell them that, and we apologize to them. But so in that part, it's like training us too, because we've definitely come a long way in our patience with having kids.
Totally. And I think that's the huge part, is making sure that you own up and you say you're sorry to your kids if you do. And wanting to be teachable, I think, is never thinking that you are the smartest person in the room. Never want to be the smartest person in the room. Like, always understand that you can learn. You can learn from your kids.
Yeah.
You can learn from anyone. Like, you can just be teachable. And I think we've seen other couples who've done it right, and we've asked them questions.
Yep.
And we want their opinions, and we want to like learn, and how do we absorb that into our life.
Right.
And then we've had a lot of just conversation of just like, you know what, we want to continue doing life even with kids.
Yeah.
And the reality is this could be harsh for some, but they are guests in our home. And what I mean by that is it's us first, then the kids. And I think that has helped us have a lot of patience and love for our kids, because we are secure in our marriage and us, and the boys know that as well, and so they feel loved and they feel accepted and seen.
Right.
And
because eventually they do have an exit date.
Yeah.
We don't.
We don't.
We're always going to be here, but we don't want our sons being 25 years old living in our basement. So our goal is to get them, out of the house and living life, and
also
finding their
we want to know
goals and
who we
passions.
are. We want to know each other when they're gone.
Right.
I think that's a lot of like the whole, talking about like, where your identity is in. Like, a lot of people put their identity in their kids, and then all of a sudden the kids are out and they don't even know who they are anymore, because it's so easy when kids are in the house that all your attention goes there, and then you forget about each other.
Right.
This question was about patience. We went way around this, but I think in a weird way it kind of comes back to that, and it's just knowing who we are together. Like, we come first, and we have patience because we're on a team. I think when you're not on a team, it's easier to not have patience.
Yeah, and it's sad because I've seen some parents where the mom teams up with the kids against the dad.
Yeah.
And it's like, it shouldn't be that way. We should be the team, and they need to see that and know they can't manipulate in there, because we're on the same page.
Yeah.
So. And
then, there's, we know a lot of people, a lot of single moms or single dads out there as well. And I think a lot of it, again, it comes down to admitting when you're wrong. Like, having that relationship with your kids to know that mom and dad will admit when they're wrong.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I don't know how to explain it other than just like there's trust that's built.
There is.
And you tend to have more patience in that, because you don't want to have to ultimately say you're sorry to your kid after blowing up at them, and so you kind of like check yourself a little bit more with that stuff too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we rabbit trail, but I hope that answered your kind of question, or you asked for tips. So I hope those were good.
Hopefully they're good tips.
Yeah. Last question. Guess what has to do with coffee? Your favorite coffee brand?
Favorite coffee brand? That's really hard. But I would guess I should say like the coffee brand that I think we get the most, and that I really love is Kirkland, Costco's espresso beans for our espresso maker. It's just the red bag. It's actually brewed by it's actually roasted by Starbucks.
Yeah.
It's really good. Our machine's dialed in for that espresso bean, and it's fantastic. And honestly, like it's amazing. It puts out amazing espresso. I would say for our brewed coffee, we go to Costco again and we get French roast, Starbucks, Starbucks bold French roast, or we get the French roast San Francisco blend as well. So those two will go back and forth depending if the Starbucks is on sale, we get the Starbucks. If it's not on sale, we just go back to the San Francisco, because I don't think the San Francisco ever goes on sale. At least I have never.
No.
Maybe it does.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, those are the questions, and I think there was a few more that popped in when we just did this. So sorry if we didn't get to those, but I think this is quite long enough.
Yes.
So anyway, it was fun, and thank you guys so much again, and we're excited for this new year. We have some fun things planned and excited to talk more about with you guys. But yeah, anything else you want to share?
I think that's everything.
Any more tips, parenting tips?
Not right now. Maybe we'll come up with some more later. Hey, maybe that could be
good. Let us know if that's something you guys would like. We never want to be those people who are just like, it's just our opinion and our, you know what I mean? Like, But if you would like parenting tips and whatever things that have worked, I guess worked for us.
Exactly, and that's the thing.
And that's the thing. That's another tip
what
with this
we've
whole
learned.
thing. And also though, like getting to know your kid, and I think that right there, talking about patience, that right there is huge. Don't be a cookie cutter parent, because like Landon and Tucker are completely different in their personalities, and if you try to be cookie cutter to them, you're gonna be frustrated all day long.
Yeah.
And so like if you know like, okay, Landon is this, Tucker is this way, and you kind of like customize your care, you're gonna be more patient with them. I think that's another tip for the patient comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hitting me already because I struggle with that. I know I do because I'm like, no, this works. Do it. And then it's like,
yeah, but it just doesn't.
It's not the way.
It's not the way.
Work.
Yeah. So anyway, if you want more tips and whatever of how we parent and stuff, that would be kind of cool. We can sit down and kind of talk about those things. But let us know if there's anything else you want to hear from that. Let us know in the comments below so we can actually kind of compile some answers to those. But anyway, thanks guys. We love you so much and have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you real soon.
Bye.
Bye.